Good morning. Today our lesson will be about the statistical diagrams part 2. Today we will talk about pie chart and line graphs. Pie charts are used when the number of categories is small and visual impact is important. For example, in magazines and advertising. Pie charts are circles and the categories are sectors. The wideness of the sector depends on the popularity of the category. As shown here, we have favorite type of movies. We have 5 different sectors and they are 5 different colors. Of course, when we color the sectors, it will give more impact. We have romance, drama, scientific comedy, and action. What is the most favorite type of movie? According to our pie chart, the most favorite type of movie will have the biggest sector, which is romance. What is the least favorite type of movies? Also, the smallest sector will represent the least favorite type of movie, which is drama. The pie chart here shows information about how Mr. James spent his salary for July. How many more percentages does Mr. James spend for savings more than food? If we look here, we can see that savings represent 17%, while food represent 11%. So to find the answer, we will subtract 17 minus 11, it will be 6%. Line graphs. Line graphs used to show patterns and trends. For example, profit of a company over a number of years, daily currency, conversions, or recording body temperature in hospital. So the best type of graphs to represent progress over time is line graph. We can see here we are talking about the product trends by month. Month it's time. That's why it's represented by line graphs. Sally recorded the number of cars in a car park every 2 hours. She began at 9 a.m. and finished at 7 p.m. The line graph shows her results. We can see from the line graph it's not a straight line going upward or downward. It will depend here on the number of cars parking every 2 hours. At 9 a.m. there were 40 cars. At 11 there were 80. At 1 there were 90. At 3 p.m. there were 60. At 5 there were 24. And at 7 there were 10 cars. Of course, we have to learn how to read the numbers. We can see here on the scale that every square that has 10 small dashes represent 20 cars. So the middle, it will be 10 and every dash will represent 2 cars. When were the most cars in the car park? The most cars here were 90 cars. So at 1 p.m. there were the most cars in the car park. How many cars were in the car park at 11 a.m.? So we will draw a line, vertical line at 11 a.m. cuts our line graph and then see the frequency, which is 80 cars. At what time were 24 cars in the car park? So we will go to the 24. Here we have it 20 and each dash is 2. So we will take 2 dashes after the 20, draw a line, it's a horizontal line, and then go downward to see that it was at 5 p.m. How many cars, less cars, were in the car park at 3 p.m. than 1 p.m.? At 1 p.m. there were 90 cars, while at 3 p.m. there were 60 cars. So 60 minus 90 will be 30 cars. Today our objective was to learn how to read and interpret different statistical diagrams, and we were talking about pie charts and line graphs.